In this Scholarden module, we will be discussing verbs. What is a verb? A verb is a doing, being, or having word. For example, jump. The cat jumps. This first example shows us a verb that is doing something, jumps. This is an action verb. Am. I am old. The second example shows us something that is being from the verb be. Has. He has a tennis ball. This last example shows us when something has something. Some examples of verbs. Here are a few examples. Use, compare, and provide. And here are more examples of verbs. Pause the video to read the additional examples on this page. Examples of verbs in context. Verbs are part of every single activity. I cook dinner every night. Cook is the verb in this sentence. She teased her brother. Teased is the verb in this sentence. A sentence is incomplete without a verb. An incorrect example is, my father me extra money. This makes no sense and is not complete since it does not have a verb. The correct way to say this sentence is, my father gave me extra money. This is a complete sentence with a subject and verb. A verb can express a thought by itself and still be understood. For example, meditate more if you want to focus better. You is the implied subject in this sentence, and meditate is the verb. You can even make a one-word sentence with a verb. For example, smile. Again, you is the implied subject. Active versus passive verbs. Verbs are active when they express an activity that a person or thing can do. An example of an active sentence is, I yelled when I hit my toe. Yelled and hit are both verbs. Verbs are passive when someone or something receives an action. An example of a passive sentence is, I was attacked by wild dogs. Was attacked are the verbs that are passive. Note that passive verbs are often followed by the word by and then the doer of the action. In our example, we have the word by and the doer of the action, wild dogs. Verbs as states of being. Verbs can convey a state of being of a subject with the word be. Let's take a look at some examples of be verbs that convey a state of being of the subject. I am tired today. Am is the verb that conveys the state of being. You are a GRE student. Are is the verb that conveys the state of being. They are ready for their test. Again, are is the verb that conveys the state of being. Verbs as event. Verbs can also express an event. The event can be in present, past, or future tense. Sometimes time words in the sentence can also give us information about when the event is, was, or will be. So let's look at some examples. It snows every February. Snow is the verb that expresses an event. I took the GRE test last week. Took is the verb that expresses an event. This sentence also includes the time words last week that gives us information about when the event was. Jack built a house by the sea. Built is the verb that expresses an event.